Whenever you're in the warehouse checking off your trailer, this will be at the concession rack. This will need to be loaded inside the truck or in the truck bed strapped down. After unclipping the 8 plastic latches, just take out the cord and place it off to the side so it's not in your way. Now the best way to install the base plate is to raise the photo booth upside down while it's still inside the foam padded case. That way there's no damage. And you'll just line up the 2 inner bolt holes on each side, and you'll just insert the 4 hand screws into the base to lock it down. Next, carefully lower the photo booth down while it's still in the case. That will make it easier to stand up the photo booth normal. Taking it out of the case and setting it on the ground. Now carefully raise the oval iPad screen and secure in place with 2 thumb screws. You can adjust the angle of the screen up or down as needed and then tighten the screws. Now we are done with the protective case. You'll leave it on site in a safe location. Usually I like to leave it behind the photo booth so it's easy for pickup later on in the day. Now you'll need to connect the power cable at the bottom of the photo booth and plug it into an outlet. We must plug the photo booth in, otherwise the iPad will die and the light stand won't work. First, open up the iPad settings, select Wi-Fi, find the customer's network selected and enter the password. This will connect the iPad to the customer's Wi-Fi network. This will have to be used to allow texting, email, etc. Otherwise, when the customers want to get the photos, they won't get them until the end of the day when the iPad gets back and connects to our Wi-Fi here at the warehouse. Now you can close the settings. You can open up the Luma Booth app. Select the drop-down arrow at the top right corner of the screen to open the settings. If there's not the arrow, it is a lock logo. If it asks you for a 4-digit code, you can either call the manager on duty to get that code, or you can reference the LMS training portal or our Discord server to be able to get that code to unlock it. At the top left corner of the settings, select drop-down arrow to select the name of the correct event. If your event is still not on there, there is a go to saved events button right there, and that'll have all of the created events. Every time we send this out, the event is preloaded on here and already edited for you. For this example, we're going to swap to our Bounce More Christmas party, and you'll see the preloaded start screens and our printing layout. You'll then hit the launch event at the bottom left, hit launch event, hit the drop down again, and hit the lock button in that top right. And if this does pop up, just hit the skip guided access. This way the customer can't go into the system and adjust any changes or anything like that. Always make sure you do a test run with your phone and instruct the customer how to operate the photo booth. So we'll hit the photo. We'll go ahead and it'll take its 4 photos. Now it'll pull up the photo card. What we recommend doing is either the AirDrop or the SMS. So if we go SMS, type in your phone number, and it should send the text message there. Make sure it does send, otherwise the photo booth's not working and we need to get it figured out for the customer. There's a top loading bar at the top. That's the time duration before it will restart and go back to the home page. Or if you want to go ahead and keep it rolling, there is a X button right at the top, so we can get back to it. And then also on here, in that top left screen, we can go back to any of the photos that it had created for this event. So we select this one, we can resend it, say if the customer got through the bar and didn't get it. There's a screw, a little hand bolt, to be able to turn the lights up in case you are in a darker area. Now for the photo booth takedown, to shut off the iPad, go to settings, select general. At the very bottom, there's the shutdown button. Click that and slide to power off. Unplug the power cable from the back after turning it off and turning the light off also, which it automatically does when you turn the switch off. Remove the 2 thumb screws from the oval iPad screen. Now gently lower the iPad screen, insert the screws back in so they don't get lost. Carefully lower the photo booth onto the travel case with the oval iPad face down. That will make it easier for you to remove the 4 hand screws from the base. When you set down the photo booth tower, it will just go inside of the cutout of the foam with the iPad screen facing up. Remember to insert the 4 screws back into the threaded inserts on the base, that way they can't get lost. You'll place the base in the travel box. Don't forget the cord like always. Then you can lock the case back up and put it back in your truck or in the truck bed strapped down.